Today I'm going to show you how to simply replace or switch out tow mirrors on an F150. A lot of people make it harder than it needs to be. So you're going to take a screwdriver or Allen wrench and pop this piece out right here. I sometimes use the Allen wrench, seems to make it a little easier. And then you're going to pop out this one in here with a screwdriver as well. And then you're going to take an 8mm socket. I like to use a drill, it just seems to make it a lot faster, and undo both these screws that you just took the covers off of. And I like to take all the bolts and put them in the door so you don't lose them. And next you're going to come to the bottom of the door. There's two 6mm screws down here. I just use my finger to feel where they are. And then I take my drill again and I unscrew those. And then again I put them into the door with everything else so you don't lose it. Now you're going to lift up on this door and it should just pop right out. All the videos I've watched on YouTube have you unclip everything that's unnecessary. You need to get these clips down here just so the door is literally just hanging there, and then you don't have to unclip anything. It makes it way easier. Now you can grab your 11mm socket because you didn't spend all that time having to disconnect everything, and there's 3 screws on the mirror that you're going to use the socket for to undo. And once you have all 3 of these undone, you're going to want to unclip the mirror from the adapter. It's just a little push pin. And then you're going to remove just the bottom 2 nuts. And I put them in the door so I don't lose them. And you're going to want to leave the 3rd one so it holds the mirror in place as you come around to the front of the truck. And then you're going to undo that nut as well and set it right next to the windshield wiper so that you can easily put the new mirror on. And then you're going to pull up at the bottom and then quickly pull up at the top, and it should just pop right out. I'm putting tow mirrors on because they help a lot with blind spots, especially when you tow. And I got these tow mirrors from Boost Auto. If you want 2015 style mirrors, I would not get them from anywhere else. This is the only one I found that is actually acceptable. The others were just awful. I'm just going to flat out say that, awful. And these aren't the best tow mirrors you can get for this truck, but if you want the 2015 style, they are the best ones you can get. And first thing you want to do is make sure that your adapter is put through the hole so you don't break it when you put the screw in. And you're going to want to make sure that the top screw goes in first, and then you want to grab your nut and make sure that it goes on to hold the mirror in place so you can go around and use the drill to get them all snug. You can see it's exactly like the new mirrors. It telescopes, has heating, 4-way direction. They're awesome. Now you're going to take your last 2 nuts and you're going to just screw them on just so you have them on there as best you can. And before you do anything else, make sure that your adapter is clicked in. It might take a little bit of effort, but it'll go right in. And then you're going to want to test the mirror to make sure that everything on it works properly. I do the 4-way direction, and then I always turn on my hazards to make sure that the blinker light on it works as well. So come around to the front of the truck, just make sure your blinker on it works. And it looks good to me, so we're going to tighten up these nuts. Now that we got the nuts on and we know everything's working properly, we're going to lift the door back on. And once I get it up there to where I can get the lock in, I actually like to lock the door. It just seems to make it a lot easier to get that lock in there. And once the lock's in, I actually unlock the door to hold it in place better so it doesn't slip off. And then I make sure everything else is good, and then I start screwing all the bolts back in. And then I put the covers back on, and you're good to go.